So the next modifier what we have to discuss, so native modifier, keep subheading native modifier, native modifier, okay, native modifier, okay. Now first point, make sure you people should aware clearly, native is the modifier, native is the modifier applicable only for methods. Native is the modifier applicable only for methods. We can't apply native modifier anywhere else. Are you getting? It is a method specific modifier is the native. I hope the terminology is clear. Native is the modifier applicable only for methods, and we can't apply anywhere else. Okay, at this point, native is the modifier. Native is the modifier. Native is the modifier applicable. Native is the modifier applicable only for methods. Native is a modifier applicable only for methods, only for methods, only for methods, and we can't apply anywhere else, and we can't apply anywhere else. We can't apply anywhere else, anywhere else. Okay, so this is what is a native. Okay, now the terminology is very clear. So where we can apply native modifier, right? Now the second conclusion, make sure you people should have clarity. So can you tell what is a native method? What is the native method? Yes, the methods which are implemented in other languages, right? The methods which are implemented in other languages, these methods are by default considered as a native methods, right? Don't feel native methods are the methods which are coming from our native place. No. Okay, these are the methods which are implemented in non-Java, maybe C code or C++ or any in non-Java. Such type of methods are called what? Native methods, right? Are you getting? Add the methods which are implemented, the methods which are implemented, the methods which are implemented, the methods which are implemented in non-Java, the methods which are implemented in non-Java, within bracket, mostly C or C++, mostly C or C++, mostly bracket close, mostly C or C++ are called native methods, are called native methods. Native methods are foreign methods. Native methods are foreign methods. The methods which are coming from other language, right? Foreign methods. Native methods are foreign methods. Then here I have one big doubt, sir. So already Java, we can use the term something like, do you know? So Java is, just observe this one, Java is superstar. Okay, so Java is megastar, Java is power star. Any other star na? Ayo, Are mega power star. Next one after that, any other? Stylish star. Okay, next A1 star. Next any other stars? Rebel star. Okay, young rebel star. Okay, next real star. Okay, people star. Oh, these many stars are there for Java. Do you know? I hope all these people, right? Superstar means in Telugu Krishna, in Tamil Rajnikant, in Bollywood Amitabh Bachchan. So superstar. Megastar means Chiranjeevi. Power star means Pawan Kalyan. Mega power star means Ram Charan. Stylish star Allu Arjun. A1 star, A1 star, Junior NTR, A1 star. Rebel star, Krishnam Raju. Younger rebel star is the Prabhas. Real star Srihari. Very recently he died. So people star is got agenda. Okay, Arnar and Murthy. Like, sir, here for legend, for Java, these many stars are there. Sir, Java is the simple, Java is robust, Java is the secure, Java is object oriented, Java is a multi-threaded, dot. These many stars are there for Java, but still, why we are depending on that bloody C++ methods? Regarding native method is nothing but what? The methods which are implemented in non-Java, maybe C language code or C++ language code, like the methods which are implemented in non-Java. These methods are by default considered as a native method. Sir, these many stars are there for Java. Some people are going to use Java is robust, Java is secure, Java is simple, nursery standard. Java is okay, object oriented, Java is a multi-threaded, Java is dot, platform independent, architecture neutral, dot, right. Sir, these many stars are there for Java, still we are depending on old languages like C or C++ code with this native keyword. Are you getting why? What is the need of native keyword, right? Even though these many stars are there for Java, but there are some areas where Java is not up to the mark. Remember this one. There are some areas where Java is not up to the mark. To fill that particular area, we should go for what? Native keyword, right? Sir, what that main important area is nothing but performance. The main important area, performance, why Java's performance is very, very low when compared with the other languages, right? Are you able to understand? Okay, this performance, why Java not up to the mark. Make sure you people should aware. Are you able to understand? Sir, wherever performance is very critical, wherever performance discussion is going on, being a Java programmer, not recommended to open your mouth. So by mistake, if you open the mouth, Java is the performance wise, then the people are going to give left and right. Okay, this is performance wise, Java not up to the mark. Is it clear for all of that? Okay, this is, that's why wherever performance is important, wherever performance is very critical, Java can't provide the support. To fill that particular gap, we should go for which keyword is native keyword, right? Simple example. Sir, I want to design one application. Listen a bit very carefully. Sir, what is the need or what is the main purpose of native keyword in Java? Just observe. Sir, I want to design one application. I am designing one application. In this, so I want to develop by using Java only. But in this, there is one particular area. Sir, this particular area, there is one particular area where performance is the very critical, but Java is not performance wise not good. That's why what we can do, so this particular area we can implement, by using C or C++, and we can bring this functionality by using which keyword? Native keyword, right? So that we can able to fill performance gap which is there inside Java. Is it clear, right? Wherever performance is very critical, happily we can implement in C or C++ and bring that functionality into Java by using which keyword? Native keyword, right? Are you getting? So the biggest purpose of native keyword, the main objective of native keyword is to improve performance of the system. I hope you people can aware, to improve performance of the system is nothing but like first point, right? Now the second point, make sure you people should have clarity about this point also. Now the second conclusion, legend. Sir, there is another problem is there with the Java, but this is not that much major problem. The problem is Java is simple, correct or not? Java is the simple programming language. Java is programmer friendly language, not mission friendly language. Java can't communicate directly with the mission, but C language is mission friendly language but not programmer friendly language. Are you getting? C can talk directly with the mission, but Java language can't communicate directly with the mission. Are you getting? That's why wherever device drivers are there, wherever operating systems are required to design, compulsory we should go for C but not Java language. Are you getting that? Okay, this say, sir, what is the problem with the Java? Java can't communicate directly with the mission. Okay, this is the problem, right? So that's why what we can do here is, observe, sir, wherever mission level communication is required, wherever memory level communication is required, that particular part I can implement by using CR C++, and that functionality I can bring by using which keyword? Native keyword, right? Are you able to understand? Okay, this is that functionality we can bring by using which keyword? Native keyword, right? Best example for you, hash code. Hash code method. Hash code will be generated based on address. Based on address. In Java, there is no way to identify address of an object. That's why that particular area we implemented by using CR C++, and we are making that functionality by default available by using which keyword? Native keyword, right? Best example, hash code method. Public native int hash code. Public native int hash code is nothing but like. Are you getting the point? Okay, this hash code method is implemented not in Java, it is implemented in CR C++, right? Because Java can't perform communication at memory level. Wherever mission level communication is required, memory level communication is required, Java not up to the mark. To fill that gap, we should go for which keyword? Native keyword, right? Okay, I hope you can aware. One reason, performance. Second reason, so is nothing but mission level, memory level communication is required. There is another third reason is also there. Third reason, observe. Sir, I want some XYZ functionality. Sir, I want XYZ functionality, but this XYZ functionality already there in the CR C++. Already there in the CR C++. I'm not interested to develop in Java. So this is to use already existing legacy non-Java code. Sir, it's already there, boss. What is the need of developing once again? Performance is not important. I require this functionality, but I'm not interested to develop in Java. Then happily, so we can go for native keyword to use already existing legacy non-Java code. You are getting? Which is coming from old generation. CR C++ code is there. In my Java program I want to use. Then happily we can go for which keyword is native keyword, right? I hope the terminology is clear. Sir, can you tell what is the main objectives of native keyword? First objective is to improve performance of the system. Second objective is to achieve mission level or memory level communication. Third one, to use already existing legacy non-Java code. Clear for all of you, right? Okay, at this point. The main objectives of native keyword are 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 first one to improve performance of the system, to improve performance of the system, to improve performance of the system, performance of the system, to improve performance of the system. Second, to improve performance of the system. Okay, the first one. Second one, to achieve mission level or memory level communication. To achieve mission level or memory level communication. To achieve mission level or memory level communication. Mission level or memory level communication. Okay. Third one, to use already existing legacy non-Java code. To use already existing legacy non-Java code. To use already existing legacy non-Java code. Legacy non-Java code. Okay, that's all, etc. So there are several benefits are there with the native keyword, right? So the main important benefits, even though these many are there, but only one important benefit is wherever performance is the critical, Java is not up to the mark with respect to performance, we can fill that gap by using which keyword? Native keyword, right? I hope terminology is clear. Now the next conclusion, make sure, sir, what is the pseudocode to use a native keyword in Java? Keep submitting. Pseudocode to use a native keyword. Pseudocode to use native keyword in Java. Pseudocode to use a native keyword in Java. Pseudocode to use native keyword in Java. To use a native keyword in Java. Okay, this is. So what is the pseudocode? Make sure you people should hear clearly, right? What is the point here is, here just observe this terminology, right? Okay, here sir, I'm taking class native. Assume any name you can give, class native. At the time of Java class loading, the corresponding native libraries should be loaded. Are getting? At the time of Java class loading, the corresponding native libraries should be loaded. That's why compulsory what we have to do is we have to define that activity inside the static block. Have you remembered when the static block is going to be executed? At the time of class loading. Hence, at the time of class loading, the corresponding native library should be loaded. That's why we have to define that inside static block. Sir, static system dot load library, system dot load library of native library path we have to specify. Native library path we have to specify. Are you getting? So this is the activity what we have. Are you able to understand, right? Okay, this is. So first one, load native libraries. Load the native libraries. Okay, like this. Sir, second activity, can you please declare native method? Are you getting? Declare native method. Sir, public native void m1. Now 1 minute. Here compulsory you people should aware this point well. Sir, what is the native method? What is the native method? The method which is already implemented in C++. We are not responsible to implement. The method which is already implemented in C++, we are not responsible to implement. That's why native method declaration should end with semicolon, right? Sir, somewhere we cover this point. Where we had this point, abstract method. So do you know abstract method declaration also should end with semicolon, right? Same thing, native method declaration should end with what? Semicolon. This is the second point, right? Sir, second thing, declare a native method. Declare a native method. Are you getting? Declare a native method like this. We are getting class native like this. Now the third point, and I make sure. Now the third conclusion here is observe. Sir, class, okay, class client, public static void main method, string array args. You are saying, sir, my target is I want to call this method. Sir, it is the instance method. Let me create an object of that class. Native n is equal to new native n is equal to new native n dot m1 method. Do you know n dot m1? This step is nothing but invoke a native method. Invoke a native method. Are you getting? Sir, pseudocode to use a native keyword in Java, there are only 3 steps. What is the first step? Load native libraries. Second one is nothing but what? Declare a native method. Third one is nothing but invoke native method. Is nothing but the same terminology. Are you able to understand? But make sure one very important conclusion for you. So to make this type of things available, internally some interfaces we require to use. JNI. Have you observed Java native interface? We require to write whenever we are calling M1, which DLL file is required to execute. Sir, DLL file may be C language or C++. Whenever we are calling M1, which thing is required to execute, internally we have to map for the n number of interfaces we require to write. Okay, this is just being a programmer. You people just aware what is the pseudocode. Sir, what is the first step? Load native libraries. Second step is nothing but what? Declare native method. Third step is nothing but invoke native method, right? This is the pseudocode to use a native keyword in Java, right? Okay, take this part. Take clearly this one. Completed, right? So the first one, load the native libraries. Second one, declare a native method. Third one, invoke a native method. Declare a native method. Third one, invoke a native method. That's all. These are the 3 steps what you people should aware. So while using native method, native method is nothing but like. Are you able to understand up to this, right? Declare, load native libraries, declare a native method. Third one, invoke a native method. These are 3 steps what you people should aware clearly, right? Can I hope you people can aware. But here one small twist is there. Make sure you people should aware that point also. Sir, here see. Can you tell what is the native method? The method? The method which is already implemented in old languages, right? Or maybe C or C++ like in non-Java. For native methods, implementation is already available. That's why native method declaration should end with semicolon. We are not responsible to provide implementation, right? By mistake, if I am taking curly brace open and close, native methods cannot have a body. Like compile a method we are going to get, okay, at this point. Yeah. For native methods, implementation is already available. For native methods, implementation is already available. For native methods, implementation is already available in old languages. For native methods, implementation is already available in old languages. Like C or C++. For native methods, implementation is already available in old languages like C or C++. And we are not responsible. To provide implementation. We are not responsible to provide implementation. Hence native method declaration. Native method declaration should end with. Native method declaration should end with semicolon. Native method declaration should end with semicolon. Okay, like, sir, here public native void m1. Public native void m1 is nothing but valid or not? Valid. Suppose I am taking public native void m1, curly brace open and close, invalid, compile time error by default we are going to get, saying exact compile time error, native methods cannot have a body. Native methods cannot have a body. This is the compile time error by default we are going to get. Okay, take this example. Public native void m1. Public native void m1. Next, public native void m1, curly brace close, open and close. So the first one is the valid because native method declaration should answer with a semicolon. Second one, invalid. So because native method should not answer with curly brace, I mean for native methods we are not responsible to provide body. Like native methods cannot have a body. I hope you should aware clearly, right? Are you getting? Just there are 2 more conclusions are there. Let me talk about these conclusions also. Just very important conclusions are there. Sir, here just observe, what is the native method? The method which is implemented in old languages like C or C++. For native methods, implementation is already available, but for abstract methods, implementation is not already available. Are you getting? For native methods, implementation is already available, but for abstract methods, implementation not already available. That's why abstract native combination is illegal combination for methods. Are you getting? Because abstract means implementation should not be there. Native means implementation is already available. That's why abstract native combination is illegal combination for methods. Clear for all of it, okay, at this point. For native methods, implementation is already available. For native methods, implementation is already available. Implementation is already available in old languages. Implementation is already available in old languages. Implementation is already available in old languages. But for native methods, but for abstract methods, implementation should not be available. Implementation should not be available. Hence we can't declare native method as abstract. Hence we can't declare native method as abstract. We can't declare native method as abstract. That is native abstract combination is illegal combination for methods. Native abstract combination is illegal combination for methods. Illegal combination for methods. Like this. Are you getting the point, right? Okay, this is. So now the next point, take very special care about this one. Sir, if you remember, somewhere in the last classes we covered strict FOP method. Sir, if a method declared as a strict FOP, Anna, can you tell what it means? All floating point calculations in this method has to follow IEEE 754 standard. Sir, all floating point calculations in this method has to follow IEEE 754 standard, so that we will get platform independent results. Correct or not? Okay, this is. Sir, IEEE 754 standard, so meant for Java language. Java language, right? But what is the native method, Anna? The method which is implemented in old languages like C or C++. Is there any guarantee compulsory C or C++ follow IEEE 754 standard? No, it is the platform dependent language. What is the need of IEEE 754 standard for this? That's why, so there is no guarantee whether old languages follow IEEE 754 standard or not. That's why native method declaring as a strict FOP is nothing but meaningless. Correct or not? Okay, this is. We can't declare native method as a strict FOP because there is no guarantee old languages follow IEEE 754 standard or not. That's why native strict FOP combination is illegal combination for methods. Clear for all of you, right? Native abstract illegal, native strict FOP is also illegal combination, right? Okay, at this point. At the point, well, for native methods, one minute. We can't declare native method as a strict FOP. We can't declare native method as a strict FOP. Because we can't declare native method as strict FOP because there is no guarantee. That old languages may follow. There is no guarantee that old languages follow IEEE 754 standard. There is no guarantee that old languages follow IEEE 754 standard. IEEE 754 standard. Hence native strict FOP combination is illegal combination. Native strict FOP combination is illegal combination. Is illegal combination for methods. Native strict FOP combination is illegal combination for methods. For methods. For methods. That's all. Are you getting the point? Right? Okay, this is, sir, what is a native strict FOP? Native abstract. Why these combinations are illegal? Is that clear? Sir, can you tell what is the main advantage of native keyword? Yeah, what is the main advantage of native keyword? The main advantage of native keyword is performance of the application is going to be improved, because wherever performance is critical, that particular area we are implementing in C or C++. Sir, here performance is very critical. So I implement that one in the C or C++. I can bring that functionality by using which keyword? Native keyword, right? Similarly, sir, here also performance is important. Implement by using C or C++, bring by using native keyword. But the problem with the native keyword is, sir, we are depending on C or C++. C or C++ are platform dependent languages. Because of this dependency, my Java program also will become platform dependent. Are you getting right? Okay, this is because internally I am depending on C or C++. That's why hash code method. Have you observed? In this system, hash code is going to generate one number. But if I change the system, so maybe a chance to generate another number. Are you getting? Hash code method is not implemented in Java. That's why the usage of native keyword in Java breaks platform independent nature of Java language. Sir, wherever you are using native keyword, then don't expect always we are going to get platform independent result. Maybe a chance of platform dependent results also. Clear for all of you? Sir, can you tell what is the advantage of native keyword? Performance will be improved. Main advantage, performance will be improved. But what is the disadvantage of native keyword? What is the disadvantage of native keyword? Is the biggest disadvantage is, so it breaks platform nature of Java language, right? Are you able to understand at this point? The main advantage of native keyword, the main advantage of native keyword is, performance will be improved. Performance will be improved. The main advantage of native keyword is performance will be improved. But performance will be improved. But the main disadvantage of native keyword is, it breaks platform independent nature of Java. It breaks platform independent nature of Java. Platform independent nature of Java. Platform independent nature of Java. That's all. So this is the discussion about native modifier, right? Are you getting? Sir, what is native? Native is a modifier applicable only for methods. You can't apply anywhere else. First point. So next, what are native methods? The methods which are implemented in non-Java are called native methods or foreign methods. What is the main advantage of native keyword? Performance will be improved. What is the main disadvantage of native keyword? Is nothing but what is the main platform independent nature of Java gone? Is nothing but because of native keyword. Next, native abstract, illegal combination for method. Native strict FOP, illegal combination for method. For native methods, implementation is already available. That's why native method declaration should end with semicolon, right? Now the terminology is very clear. This is about what is a native keyword, right? Now the next keyword. Keep submitting. Next one, transient keyword. Transient keyword. Keep submitting. Transient keyword. Okay. Transient keyword. Now your keyword. Make sure what is a transient, where we can apply. So transient is the modifier applicable only for variables. Sir, you can't apply anywhere else. It is the variable specific modifier is nothing but what? Transient. Transient is the modifier applicable only for variables. You can't apply anywhere else. Point number 1. Second point here is take a bit special care about the second. Sir, in which context this transient keyword play the role? Do you know there is one concept named with serialization? There transient keyword will play role. Is it clear? Right, first at this point, transient is a modifier. Transient is the modifier. Transient is the modifier applicable. Transient is the modifier applicable only for variables. Transient is the modifier applicable only for variables. Applicable only for variables. Only for variables. Only for variables. Next term, we can use a transient keyword. We can use a transient keyword. We can use a transient keyword. Transient keyword. Transient keyword in serialization context. We can use a transient keyword in serialization context. In serialization context. In serialization context. Okay, that's all. So what is the role of transient? I will explain. Sir, can you tell what is the meaning of serialization? What is the serialization? Yeah, serialization. I want to save an object to a file, or I want to save state of an object to a file, or I want to send the state of an object across a network. Is nothing but serialization. Let me talk with respect to the file. Sir, I have a account object is there. Listen very carefully. I have one account object is there. Now I want to save this account object to the file. That's my target. Assume this is the abc.scr file. I want to save this object to the file. You know, saving this object to the file. This concept is called serialization. Are you getting right? What is this concept, Anna? Serialization. Okay. Now I want to read this object from the file. Read state of an object from the file. This concept is nothing but, what is this one? Reverse operation. Okay. A2 reverse operation. This concept is called what? Deserialization. Serialization, deserialization, right? Now take a bit special care. What the point is? Sir, saving state of an object to a file, is it temporary storage or permanent storage? Permanent storage, because saving data to a file is going to be stored where? On the hard disk. The data is going to be permanent. Okay, the same. While saving state of an object to a file, while saving object data to a file, there may be a chance of some sensitive data. Are you getting right? Assume it is account object, username Durga is there. Account object username Durga is there, and password is equal to some Anushka is there. Assume password is the Anushka, like. Sir, I want to serialize this object to the file, but username and password saving permanently to the file, is it recommended or not recommended? Not recommended, because there may be a chance of sensitive, secure data. Is nothing but sensitive data is there. If anyone aware my username and password, then there may be a chance of misuse. Best example for you, sir, I want to share one valuable document related to SCJP. Can you please share your mail ID? Is nothing but everyone in the classroom willing to share mail ID. Hare, can you please share your password also? Can you please share your password also? How many people are going to share? No one is going to share, I'm sure. Sir, because mail ID you can publish anywhere, no problem at all. But password also very dangerous. Are you getting? Mail ID and password together, there may be a chance of misuse. Okay, this is, that's why. So mail ID you can save, or username you can save, but password don't save. Are you getting? At the time of serialization, if we don't want to save the value of a particular variable to meet the security constraint, security constraint to meet, if you don't want to save the value of a particular variable, such type of variable we have to declare with the transient, right? Okay, are you getting the point? Okay, this is, sir, what is the transient? Transient is applicable for variables, right? Okay, within the class account, transient password like I have to declare. Now observe, at the time of serialization, if you don't want to serialize the value of a particular variable to meet security constraint, sir, username and password, which one is the secured? Which one is the secured? Password. We can't save password permanently to the file. Then we should go for which keyword is transient keyword. Then immediately we ask, sir, if I declare this variable as the transient, what will happen? If I declare this variable as the transient, what will happen? Simple, JVM ignore original value and save default value to the file. Regarding JVM ignore, boss, this is the sensitive data, we are not allowed to save. That's why instead of original value, I am saving what? Default value to the file. Now here see this one, username. Can you tell what is the username we are going to get? Durga. Username is the Durga because it's not transient. And the password, what is the password, Anna? Null. Password is nothing but null. Now deserialization, what is the username by default we are going to get? Durga. And what is the password? Null by default. Are you able to understand? Okay, make sure you people should aware clearly, right? At the time of serialization, if we don't want to save the value of a particular variable to meet security constraint, such type of variable we have to declare with the transient, right? At the time of serialization, JVM ignores original value of transient variable and save which value to the file? Default value to the file, so that I can achieve security, right? Is it clear for all of you? Can I use the term transient means? Transient means not to serialize, not to save, not to serialize. Correct or not? Transient means what? Not to serialize. Oh, don't serialize this value because it is the secured. Wherever you have this type of constraint, better to go for what? Transient keyword. Any explanation is required at this point? Yeah. At the time of serialization, if we don't want to save, the value of a particular variable, to meet the security constraint, if I don't want to save the value of a particular variable to meet security constraint, then we should declare that variable as transient. Transient. We should declare that variable as a transient. Next, at the time of serialization, JVM ignores original value. JVM ignores original value of transient variables. JVM ignores original value of transient variable and save default value to the file. Hence, better to highlight this one. Transient means not to serialize. Hence, transient means not to serialize. Transient means not to serialize. I hope clear for all of you, right? Okay, so this is what you people should aware clearly what is the meaning of transient. Take this diagram. So in the serialization concept I will explain in detail, but anyway basic idea you people should aware what is a transient. JVM ignores original value and save default value to the file. And save default value to the file. For that purpose we can use a transient keyword. Completed, I hope. Take clearly. So abc.ser serializable file. So need not be ser, any extension you can keep, no problem, but it is a convention. Username Durga, transient password like can I complete it right? Username Durga, transient password is equal to Anushka like. Completed, I hope. Okay, now so that's all. This is what is a transient. Okay, now keep subheading. Next modifier, volatile, and in serialization I will explain in detail, not required to worry. Serialization is the concept of 6 to 7 hours, there I will explain in detail. So now volatile modifier, volatile, are you getting? So once again, the first point about volatile is the modifier applicable only for variables. You can't apply anywhere else. It is applicable only for variable. Method we can't declare. Next class we can't declare with volatile. Volatile is the modifier applicable only for variables and we can't apply anywhere else. Okay, add volatile is the modifier. Volatile is the modifier applicable. Volatile is the modifier applicable only for variables. Volatile is the modifier applicable only for variables. Only for variables, and we can't apply anywhere else. Volatile is the modifier applicable only for variables and we can't apply anywhere else. We can't apply anywhere else. Okay, that's all. Point number 1, what is volatile? Okay. Second, what is the meaning of volatile variable? When we should go for volatile variable, right? You know, it's a very common word. So the behavior is volatile. The value is volatile, or volatile memory, non-volatile memory, like we may had. What is the volatile memory? Which memory is the which memory is the volatile memory? RAM is the volatile. So which memory is the permanent memory, non-volatile? Hard disk is a permanent. Okay, RAM itself is non-volatile memory, right? Sir, if we store some data in hard disk, shut down the system, start the system, restart, then our data will be there. If we save some data in the RAM, that data by default will be gone once we shut down the system. Volatile memory, non-volatile memory is nothing but like volatile, keep on changing. Are you getting? Keep on changing. His behavior is volatile. He is not having stable behavior. He is having volatile behavior. His mindset is volatile. So he is not having any fixed attitude. Keep on changing his attitude. Is nothing but volatile, right? Best example here, just observe this one. So where this type of volatile requirement is there, simple word. Suppose assume I have one variable x is there and I have one variable x is there, x is there. Sir, if this variable x accessed by multiple threads, if this variable x accessed by multiple threads, there may be a chance of inconsistency problem. Correct or not? Some t1 is going to change as 20, t3 is going to change as the 30, or t4 is going to change as minus 10. So if the value of a variable keep on change by multiple threads, there may be a chance of data inconsistency problem. To overcome this problem at a variable level, we have to declare with which keyword? Volatile keyword. Then immediately we ask, sir, if I declare a variable as the volatile, what thing we are going to get? Very simple, just observe this one. Suppose assume Dasra holidays. So to your house, your sister kids or some small kids came for a festival. Okay, this festival holidays, these people came. Whenever you went to the house, these kids are there, full festival celebrations are there in our house assume. Then somewhere you went for the shopping, you saw the ball, some ball. Hey, with this ball the kids can play happily, like you thought that what you did is nothing but you took one ball by paying some 20 rupees or 30 rupees, you took one beautiful ball and then you came to the house. Whenever you came to the house, immediately, hey kids, can you please come, I brought one ball for you, can you please enjoy, like you called all those kids, then you gave this ball to them. Then they felt very happy and they starts playing. Then so you want that happiness only, that's why you expected the same, that's why you took. But after 10 minutes, one person came, one kid came, uncle, almost you became uncles. Small for the kids, uncle, right? Uncle, okay, so Ram is not allow me to play together. Is nothing but he is not allow me to play. Only those two members are playing. Can you? Is nothing but one person starts crying. Arey, please wait. I will call and I will ask them to allow you also, like. Then immediately from the another kid came. Ram is not allow me to play together. Okay, so Ram is only taking the ball. Can you please? Is nothing but like two kids are crying. One kid starts playing. Then bigger mistake what you did. You have only one choice. You have to take that ball. If I can take that ball, what will happen? The third kid also starts crying. Are you getting? Then what I did is, I went to the shop once again, almost 1 kilometer, and where the balls I took, another 2 balls I purchased, and I came back, and for every person I gave one separate ball. Is the problem got solved or not? Yes, are you getting? Sir, if multiple kids playing with the same ball, there may be a chance of problem. How I can solve this problem? If multiple threads accessing simultaneously the same variable, keep on changing the value of a variable by multiple threads, may be a chance of data inconsistency problem. To overcome this problem, we should declare this variable as volatile. How the kid problem got solved? How the kids problem got solved? By providing a separate ball for every kid. Same thing, why don't you do? For every thread, if I declare a variable as a volatile, what my JVM is going to do is, for every thread, a separate copy will be created. For every thread, a separate copy will be created, right? All calculations performed by this thread by default takes place in this copy. There is no effect on the remaining threads. Correct or not? Okay, this for every thread, if you want a separate copy, then declare that variable as what? Volatile, right? Are you getting? Sir, can you tell what is the main advantage of volatile keyword? What is the main advantage of volatile keyword? Is nothing but data inconsistency problem by default will be solved. But what is the problem with volatile keyword? Suppose the 10,000 threads are there. Then how many copies of this variable I have to create? 10,000 copies. My JVM is going to create 10,000 copies. Creating and maintaining a separate copy for every thread increases complexity of programming. Increases complexity, so that what will happen is performance of the system is going to be down. That's why volatile keyword is almost a deprecated keyword, not at all recommended to use, because it causes very serious performance problem, right? That's why most of the Java programmers don't know about this volatile keyword. Okay, of course not required, because it's already deprecated, almost deprecated, right? Are you able to understand? Sir, what is volatile? If a variable declared as a volatile, what will happen? For every thread, JVM is going to create a separate thread. All modifications performed by this thread will take place in the separate copy, in its local copy, so that there is no effect on the remaining threads. So the problem of data inconsistency by default will be resolved, right? Okay, this is. But the disadvantage of volatile keyword is, what the disadvantage? Creating and maintaining a separate copy for every thread increases complexity and it creates performance problems, right? That's why, so is nothing but volatile keyword almost deprecated, not recommended to use. Is it clear for all of you, right? Volatile behavior, boss, the value of this variable keep on changing. JVM, can you please take special care about this variable? How you can convey, declare that variable with the volatile. If I declare variable as a volatile, what the JVM will do, we know. Okay, at this point, if the value of a variable, keep on changing, if the value of a variable keep on changing, value of a variable keep on changing by multiple threads, if the value of a variable keep on changing by multiple threads, multiple threads, then there may be a chance of data inconsistency problem. Okay, we can solve this problem by using volatile modifier. We can solve this problem by using volatile modifier. Next para, if a variable declared as volatile, then for every thread, JVM will create, a separate local copy. JVM will create a separate local copy. Next, every modification performed by the thread, will takes place. Will takes place in local copy. So that there is no effect. On the remaining threads. There is no effect on remaining threads. That's all. Sir, can you tell what is the main advantage of volatile modifier? We can overcome data inconsistency problem. But what is the main disadvantage of volatile keyword? Performance will be going to be down. Okay, this because creating and maintaining a separate copy for every thread increases complexity and creates performance problems, right? Okay, this add. Next para, the main advantage of volatile keyword is volatile keyword is is we can overcome data inconsistency problem. 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 But the main disadvantage of volatile keyword is volatile keyword is creating and maintaining a separate thread, creating and maintaining a separate copy for every thread, maintaining a separate copy for every thread increases complexity of programming, increases complexity of programming, and creates performance problems, hence if there is no specific requirement, it is never recommended, if there is no specific requirement, then it's never recommended to use which keyword ana? Never recommended to use volatile keyword, and it is almost deprecated keyword, okay, that's all. Sir, advantage is there, disadvantage also there. But here last point about volatile, one important conclusion you people should aware. Sir, here I have one variable is there. Legend this one. I have one variable is there. By declaring this variable as volatile, we are giving a big work to the JVM. What is the work? What work we are giving to the JVM? Because for every thread, create and maintain a separate local copy. It's nothing but like we are giving a big work to the JVM, because this value of this variable keep on changing by multiple threads. To overcome problem, we declare this variable as volatile. So with volatile, big advantage we are getting, but you are giving a big task to the JVM, correct or not? Because for every thread, create and maintain a separate local copy, right? Okay, this is. But now here see, sir, I have one variable is there, final variable is there, final int x is equal to 10. Sir, can you tell if the variable is the final, is the value keep on changing or fixed? No one is going to change my value. If no one is going to change, can I declare this variable as the volatile? If I declare this variable as the volatile, compiler will give left and right. The value of this variable won't be changed. Then what is the need of volatile? What is the need of maintaining separate local copy for every thread? Unnecessary, you are misusing the syntaxes. Like compiler is going to give left and right. That's why immediately compile time error by default we are going to get. Now the conclusion is final variable. Is it possible to declare with a volatile keyword or not? Not possible. Of course, not required first, because the value is the fixed. It won't change. Then what is the need of volatile keyword, right? Final volatile combination is illegal combination for variables, right? Is it clear for all of you? Okay, this is, sir, final variable means the value never changes. Volatile variable means the value keep on changing. Are you getting? That's why volatile final combination is illegal combination for variables, right? Add final variable means Final variable means the value never changes. Final variable means the value never changes. The value never changes. The value never changes. Whereas volatile variable means the value keep on changing. Whereas volatile variable means the value keep on changing. The value keep on changing. Keep on changing. Hence, the value keep on changing. Hence, volatile final is illegal combination. Volatile final is illegal combination. For variables. Volatile final is illegal combination for variables. Volatile final is illegal combination for variables. That's all. Any explanation is required? Okay, make sure you people should aware clearly the conclusion, right? Not required to keep much explanation. So that's all. There ends what is volatile modifier and what are various modifiers available in Java. Total 12 modifiers covered. Can you please cross check? Public, default, protected, private, final, abstract, static, synchronized, strict FP, native, transient, volatile. All the 12 modifiers are covered. These are the modifiers, right? Let me summarize so that if any modifier is missing, I will explain. Here, see this one. A big summary table I want to draw. Make sure you people should have clarity, right? Sir, modifier. Janana, a big summary table I am taking. Modifier. Sir, we are talking about which modifier, like modifier. Okay. Next, sir, here is this modifier applicable for classes or not? Classes are not, like, sir, is it applicable for classes? Is it applicable for outer classes? Next, is it applicable for inner classes? Because in the classes both possibilities are there, outer classes, inner classes. Sir, is it applicable for methods or not? Methods are not. Okay, method level modifier. These modifiers applicable for methods or not? These modifiers applicable for variables or not? Variables are not. And these modifiers applicable for variable. These modifiers applicable for blocks or not? Blocks are not. These modifiers applicable for blocks are not. And do you know, we have interface concept, interfaces. These modifiers applicable for interfaces are not. Interfaces are not. Even in the interfaces also two categories. Outer interface. Outer interface. What the next one? Inner interface. Both. So anyway, we will discuss soon interface concept. Next topic is the interfaces only, right? Next, after that, is it applicable for enum or not? Enum. Even for the enum also, outer enum is there. Outer enum is there. Next, and after that, inner enum is there. Outer enum is there, inner enum is there. And then the next concept, okay, is it applicable for constructors or not? Constructors are not. Okay, like that's all. This is the table what we have to fill. But how many modifiers are there? 12 modifier. Let me take the rows also, because here see this one. Let me take the rows also, right? Here public. First modifier public. Next, here see public, private, public, private, protected, public, private, protected, default. First 4 modifiers. And then final, final abstract, final abstract, next static, final abstract static, synchronized, final abstract static synchronized, next up 4 modifiers, and then native strict FOP, don't write legend, native strict FOP, next what the remaining, transient volatile, transient and volatile. Are you getting? How many modifiers came on? 12 modifiers, right? Now let me complete these rows also, because a big table compulsory you people should have clarity. Let me take okay, next one. Okay, that's all. Here just I will look once anyway, right? Now observe, these are things we have to fill in. Now anyway, just a legend later you can take, just consider this one as the revision for you, so that you people can aware. So here observe, for outer classes which modifiers are applicable? Outer classes which modifiers are applicable? Public is allowed, default is allowed, final allowed, abstract allowed, strict FOP allowed. Sir, for outer inner classes, sir, all these 5 modifiers are applicable or not? Yes, all these 5. But in addition to these, 3 more extra modifiers are there. Which 3 extra modifiers are? Private is allowed, protected is allowed, and static is allowed. 3 extra modifiers, right? Next, for methods, which modifiers are applicable? Do you know? Most of the things applicable for methods only. Method level, more number of modifiers are there. If you want, you can consider which modifiers are applicable at method level. Public allowed, private allowed, protected, default, final, abstract, static, synchronizer, native, strict FOP. Except the last 2, transient and volatile, everything applicable for methods. Next, variables, which modifiers are applicable? Variables are public, private, protected, default, final, abstract not possible, static possible, synchronizer not possible, native not possible, strict FOP not possible, transient and volatile. Okay, so here which things are not applicable for variables? Abstract is not possible, abstract. Next, synchronizer not possible, native not possible, strict FOP not possible. Are you getting? Next, blocks, which modifiers are applicable? Only 2 blocks, either static block is there or synchronizer block. That's why static applicable, synchronizer applicable. Except these, all the remaining not applicable for blocks. Next, interface concept. Now again, at last, remaining things we can fill with red color. Interfaces. For interface and class more or less the same. But the problem with interface is, every method present inside interface is always abstract, and hence interface by default abstract. If interface is abstract, then we can't declare with the final. Are you getting? Sir, class level modifiers exactly same. Public is allowed, default is allowed, final not possible. Sir, final not possible, but by default every interface is always what? Abstract. Next, strict FOP, no problem at all. So implementation class compulsory should follow IEEE 754 standard. Sir, here the modifier which is applicable for class but not for interface. Can you tell which modifier applicable for class but not for interface? Final. Are you getting? Final applicable at class level, interface level not possible. But for inner interfaces, do you know these four applicable, except final these. Plus in addition to that, extra which things are allowed? Private is allowed, protected is allowed, and then what? Static is also allowed. Extra modifiers are same, just like outer class and inner class. But so final anyway for inner interface also not at all applicable. Next, enum. Listen, enum. Enum is just like a class only, just like a class. But every enum is always final implicitly. I will discuss in the enum concept. Every enum is always final implicitly. If it is the final implicitly, do you know here it's already final, but so if it is the final abstract, we can't declare. Next, even though enum is always final, but explicitly we can't declare as the final. Observe the small property. Every enum is always final, but we can't declare as the final explicitly. Next, every enum is always final, we can't declare with the abstract modifier. That's why, sir, can you tell the modifiers which are applicable for classes but not applicable for enum? Final you can't, abstract we can't, except these two, the remaining three perfectly acceptable. Sir, can you please tell? Public allowed, default allowed, final and abstract. Possible or not possible? Not possible. Final is not there, abstract is not there, but a strict FOP possible or not? Yes, boss. Okay. For inner enum, same terminology. And this one acceptable. But under final and abstract you can't declare. But in addition to this, which modifier is applicable for inner classes? Yeah, private, protected, and static also, no problem at all. Are you getting started? So these are for outer enum, inner enum, right? Now the last one for constructors. Which modifiers applicable? Can I spell out which modifiers are applicable for constructors? The only applicable modifiers for constructors are public, private, protected, default. In the whoops concept we will discuss public, private, protected, default. These are the only applicable modifier. By mistake, if you are using any other comparative method, you are going to get. That's why, so public, private, protected, default. That's all. The remaining things are nothing but you can't. Are you able to understand that? Okay, this is. So these are applicable modifiers for interfaces, enums, classes, methods like. Take the summary table. Now, if anywhere gap is there, what is the meaning of that gap? Not applicable. So if you want, you can take cross mark there, or you can ignore as you wish. These are the only applicable modifiers for classes, methods, variables, like all 12 modifiers. Private not possible, protected not possible. Take clearly. That's all. This is a small summary table. Whatever all modifiers present in Java, where we can apply like. Not required to keep much explanation. Take clearly. There are some more conclusions I will discuss. Modifier, classes, methods, variables, next blocks, interfaces, like take clearly. But make sure complete this table. Completed, right? Okay. That's all. I hope up to this there is no doubt at all. Next one. Next, just here, just observe, legend. Just a few things below this table you have to take. Can you tell? Here, observe. The only applicable modifier for local variable is, we covered already. The only applicable modifier for local variable is final, correct or not? Just below this table, just add the only applicable modifier, for local variable is, final. Local variable is final. The only applicable modifier for local variable is final. Second point. The only applicable modifiers for constructors are, very important question for the entire room. The only applicable modifiers for constructors are, can I spell out which modifiers are applicable for constructors? Public, private, protected, default. Add public, private, protected, default. Public, private, protected, default. The only applicable modifiers for constructors are public, private, protected, default. Next, third one. The modifiers which are applicable only for methods. Only for methods means you can't apply these modifiers anywhere else. Sir, can you tell which modifiers applicable only for methods? You can't apply anywhere else. The modifiers which are applicable only for method specific modifier, you can't apply anywhere else. Do you know native? Have you observed? Native only for the method it is the tick mark, but in all remaining is nothing but cross mark. Native is applicable only for methods. That's all. Only native, such type of thing. Native. The remaining, of course, applicable for some other cases also. The modifiers which are applicable only for method. Native. Next, add the modifiers The modifiers which are applicable, the modifiers which are applicable only for variables. The modifiers which are applicable only for variables, only for variables, only for variables. Sir, variable specific modifiers, volatile and transient. Okay, at volatile and transient, volatile and transient. Next, the third point, the modifiers which are applicable, the modifiers which are applicable for classes, the modifiers which are applicable for classes but not for interfaces, which are applicable for classes but not for interfaces, can you tell which are applicable for classes but not for interface, but not for interfaces? Which modifiers are applicable for class but not for interface? Final is applicable for class but not for interface. Correct. Final. Next one, the modifiers which are applicable, the modifiers which are applicable for interfaces, the modifiers which are applicable for classes, the modifiers which are applicable for classes but not for enum, Can you tell which modifiers are applicable only for classes but not for enum? Final and abstract. Do you know, for class level these are applicable, but the same thing at enum level not applicable. That's why final and abstract. That's all. So maybe a chance to ask this type of questions for the exam. Complete picture you should have related to this enum modifiers concept, right? Okay, that's all. This is the summary. So of all modifiers, there ends modifiers concept, right? Okay, this is. So now the next topic what we have to start, interfaces, the most valuable concept for the interview room.